Yeah, watching the Titans game and the Queen's funeral. The funeral is actually a lot more uplifting than the Titans
Yeah.
There was actually more of a chance for the Queen to come back to life than the Titans offense coming back to life.
This is the Woody and Jim Show podcast, a daily recap of everything you missed.
About 8 years ago, the podcast Serial kind of started the current wave of true crime podcast popularity.
It now
It's huge.
Yeah, everybody was really
podcasting.
huge. Everybody was listening to it.
Yeah, Serial was a podcast that was started when a reporter got an email asking her to investigate a trial that had happened in 1999 of this then high school senior in Baltimore, Adnan Syed.
Yeah.
And a girl was murdered, and he was convicted of her murder.
Right. That was his girlfriend
Yes.
at the time. Yeah.
So this reporter decided to do a podcast of about 10, 12 episodes where they went back and tried to recreate what happened the night this girl was killed.
They did a fantastic job of telling you exactly all the
was
details.
Yeah, this was like not just an amateur podcast. These people did research at the highest level. So it was like really respected. Everybody was listening to it and thinking, wow, this guy might not have done this crime.
He got screwed over with his trial, that's for sure.
Yeah, it was definitely amazing. And now, nearly 25 years after he was sentenced and he maintained his innocence the whole time, a judge just flipped it over and said, You're no longer going to be held for this crime. You weren't given a fair trial.
Took forever.
Yeah.
Nearly
25
And they can still
years.
fight it, too. They have 30 days
Right.
to go back to court to
jaded
fight that.
I would be if I knew that I was innocent the entire time, but I still had to serve 25 years. Like, miss out on so much because he was so young when it
Sadly,
happened.
that happens a lot in our country.
It
where
does.
People,
Yeah,
all of a sudden,
right.
they find some DNA evidence, like 2 or 3 decades later, and they realize, oh, you didn't do it after all.
Yeah.
But that's that's part of your life. Obviously, you're never going to get back.
Yeah, there's so many
That's just
milestones that he missed in his life and his loved one's life.
He was a kid, basically, when it happened.
He's in his 40s now.
Yeah, I mean, that's just wild. But pretty cool that it eventually happened. Because without this podcast, never would have happened.
Nobody would ever
Very true.
thought about looking back into it again.
Everybody's been following it so closely since then.
So-
People who never knew about it then knew about it.
Yeah, it came out about the same time as, remember right after that, Making a Murder was the big thing on Netflix.
TV, yeah. So it was. It's pretty interesting. If you ever want to go rediscover an old famous podcast, which is still, I think, if you listen to it, you'd love it.
Oh, it's so good.
Right.
Listen to the first season of Serial. They continued it with some other cases and stuff, but
But
nothing like the first one.
Lightning didn't strike again in that same spot.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm happy that he's free now, though.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good
Knowing
for
what you
him.
know now, it might be interesting. Give it a re-listen. Yeah.
Trending. Here's what's trending this morning with Woody and Jim on 107.5 The River.
Brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. Zach.
I feel like I found the perfect new job for me. It's for
Okay.
professional road ragers. If y'all have ever been in the car with me, I have the world's worst road rage.
You're also a terrible driver.
I know.
But you can have that as a job.
Apparently, there's this company called Vehicle Freak that is offering to pay somebody $4,000 to basically show your road rage. So you have to take part in 3 2-hour driving sessions per week over the course of a month.
And they just monitor how angry you are?
Well, it's going to be like a driving simulator.
Okay.
And so it's going to monitor your reactions alongside your heart
okay.
rate, your blood pressure, and they're going to put you in different scenarios to see how you react to them.
So they're pretty much just going to put you in 24 every morning.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's VR I-24.
So
Sounds very stressful.
it's either,
Yeah.
it's research or they just want to laugh at you.
They would definitely laugh at the things that I say and call people because I'm awful.
Oh, yeah.
My wife, who is like the kindest, quietest person behind the wheel, she's like a truck driver.
She's unhinged. Ricky, what you got?
So a man recently broke the world record for the longest time or the farthest that you can run for 24 hours. Sorry, not the longest time because it's within 24 hours.
How far
But
did you get?
he ran 198.6 miles.
Wow.
Yes. That's 7 minutes and 15 seconds per mile that he ran.
Good God.
Yep.
I hope we got a ride back.
He he beat the previous record by 10 miles.
Wow.
That's wild to me.
That's a lot.
It's
impressive.
a whole lot. I'm sure he's cramping up and will be for days after this. Jim?
So, confidential sources inside Apple Studios, which makes things for their streaming platform and for movies, they've got a big problem on their hands. They have a $120 million film about the Civil War that back in, I don't know, early in the year when it finished being made, they said, everybody was saying, this is an Oscar contending movie. This is going to win awards. This is amazing. And then a few weeks after the filming was finished, the star Will Smith slapped Chris Rock at the Oscars.
Yeah.
So since it stars Will Smith and people are either, they're not that fond of him these days.
Yeah, he's been semi-canceled.
Yeah. So Apple's wondering, should they shelve the movie? And that would really, what a big embarrassment that would be. Or do they release it and then tarnish their reputation with all the backlash of people that, won't go see it because, it's got,
it's a
Will
lose-lose
Smith in it.
situation
It is.
here.
It is totally a lose-lose. And I must admit, I love Will Smith. Hey, I didn't like what he did that night.
Right.
But I don't think I could go and not see him and be thinking about the Oscars.
You're going to think about
the whole
that no matter
time.
what is going on, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe
And it's the Civil War. Please don't tell me how it ends.
Spoiler alert. I'd wait a year. Let it blow over.
Oh, yeah.
Release
People
it
forget.
late.
Yeah.
We're Americans. We have a very short attention span.
Woody and Jim in the morning on 107.5 The River.
Zach, you've got a story making us happy.
Yeah, there's this Canadian family that's going viral because, unfortunately, 3 of their 4 children actually were born with this disease that eventually they will go blind.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's awful.
That's a
So, in order to make sure that they actually get to see the world before this unfortunately happens for them, they have decided to travel the entire world and give their children experiences, not just go walk around. They're doing all of these on-site experiences, making authentic food and recipes with people in Taiwan, and they're going to Tokyo, they're going to Australia.
That's
and
amazing
showing-
for any parent to do with their child.
Yeah.
You know the coolest part?
To show them culture.
The mom, she works in Canada. The company that she works for is helping pay for them to do
That's
this.
that's
amazing.
awesome.
Is that not so
Wow.
cool?
Also,
That's
so
so great.
Canadian.
I
Yeah.
know.
The
Yeah.
nice people.
Yeah.
We're so
No
jealous
company
of
here
Canada.
would do that.
I know. It's ridiculous. But I just thought it was so cute that they were able to do it. And then the company was like, you know what? Let me help
that's
too.
great.
That is absolutely
She's
amazing.
giving them unbelievable, fantastic memories to keep
Right.
in their mind's eye before they're not able to see. That's
Yeah.
That's
how
really
beautiful is
nice.
that?
Wow. So, Jim, the day you thought would never come has arrived.
I really wasn't sure if this was ever going to come because we had told my son maybe almost 2 years ago, you're going to have to move out in about a year. Mm-hmm. Not for any reasons other than, hey, we love you and we want, the best for you.
But you got to go out and do some
time.
adulting.
It's time.
It's time.
It's time to grow and move out on your own. He's got a
Space
decent...
makes the heart grow fonder.
Exactly. He's got a good job, and luckily, after a year, when he didn't believe us, and we told him, okay, what are your plans? Now that it's been a year, where are you going? And he hadn't even thought about it because he didn't take us seriously. And then we said, no, we're serious. Then he started looking for a house, and that took a while because try to find anything affordable in Tennessee, right? And he actually found a place in April and closed and then didn't move into it. He was kind of like, everything's got to be perfect and everything's got to be redone before I move into it, paint it and all this stuff. And he finally moved in.
Wow.
And we thought we would be jumping for joy, but we were sad. And my wife and my son,
That's
they were
normal.
Like, they were crying.
Yeah.
They were like, and he's living a mile down the road.
Yeah, it's not like you can still see him at dinner every night.
You still got a key. You still got to pass
Yeah,
by
if
the
he's smart,
house.
he's going to go over for dinner every night.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's what my wife said. She goes, you can't even get home without passing by our house around dinner time.
Right.
So
So you'll probably see him more now than when he lived with you.
Oh, yeah, because he was completely 99% of the time in his room with the door closed, online with his friends, doing games
Playing
and
video
stuff.
games, yeah.
Yeah, we didn't even know he was there.
Have you decided what you're going to do with that room? Is it going to be your man cave?
It is
Or are
not
you going to leave it?
No, it's empty because it's got his bed and his desk and all this stuff that he had. So
Ricky and I can get bunk beds and move in with you.
Oh my God, what a great idea.
Oh my God, so much room for activities if we have a bunk bed.
Yes, right.
yes. I don't know. I think it's going to be kind of like a podcast recording studio room.
Okay.
And for stuff like that.
Nice.
And kind of an office. So it'll be okay. It'll be good. It'll take a long time to clean out, though, because there's empty Doritos bags from 2016.
Yeah.
And, there's quite a bit of work to do.
Yeah,
Boys are so gross.
when my daughter moved out and moved in
Yeah.
with her mom in California, it's like, her room was all Mountain Dew cans and, everything. So.
And White Claw.
White Claw cans.
I guess girls are also gross. It just depends on the
they
scenario.
are. It doesn't really matter.
Moira, my cat, will go upstairs and bring stuff down like, I found treasures, look.
Look at me, man.
Right? You know how there's college hunks who come and move things. Is there a company where it comes in with hazmat suits and shovels, and they just open the window and they just pour it all out?
Right.
into,
There's gotta be.
There's got to be. But congratulations
I think
to
we're gonna hire
Owen. He
them.
finally got into his house.
Yes.
Yeah. And it'll be the best thing for him. He'll grow as a guy, as a person. And and I'll have a place to go hang out when I, get sick of my own place.
Yeah.
I'm secretly making it nice for when he'll have to take care of me.
Yes.
That's right.
How the tables have turned.
Once Dad gets old enough, you have to change his diaper every once in a while.
Sorry, Dad.
I got a place to live.
Can't stay here. I'll find a decent home for you.
When they start talking about you in front of you.
That's right.
What are we going to do with Dad?
I don't know, but he's not moving in with me.
Zach has got your celebrity stuff.
Adam Levine is in some hot water right now because there are allegations that he cheated on his wife, Bahati Prinsloo, with this girl that's revealing everything on TikTok. So it's a 90-second video where she's saying, I was having an affair for about a year with a man who is married to a Victoria's Secret supermodel. Mm-hmm. And then she went on Instagram and shared these screenshots that between her and Adam Levine, in their DMs. And I guess when Bahati got pregnant, Adam Levine reached out to this girl, Sumner, and said, okay, serious question. I'm having another baby, and if it's a boy, I really want to name it Sumner. Are you okay with that? Dead serious.
Really weird.
That is very weird.
He wanted to name the child
With his
wife after his mistress.
His mistress.
Yes.
If true, that's messed up. And go on the Maury show or something.
Yes, call Maury
Come on,
Povich.
Adam Levine.
Wow.
And I
true.
guess Sumner wasn't even going to say anything, but she shared this story with a couple of her friends. And they tried selling the story to the tabloids. That's why she was like, you know what? I'm going to get in front of
So
it.
you have to, okay.
I'm just going to post it on TikTok and
Wow.
tell you what's actually happening on my side of the story. But Adam Levine has not responded. Neither has his wife, Bahati Prinsloo.
Because they don't know how to respond.
Yeah.
Especially when the girl has receipts.
Yeah, what do you say?
Yeah.
I mean, you'd think if it was all fake, they would come out right away saying, this isn't true.
Yeah.
But they're not.
So we know that Britney Spears was given $15 million to write a book about her life. It's basically going to be about her conservatorship, the cruelty of her family members, but also not all negative. There's going to be career highlights and some fun stuff and
whole
fun
life.
stories. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Stuff
excited for it.
We haven't known a ton because nothing was allowed to be told.
Yeah. So apparently it was over the summer, TMZ reported that there was a paper shortage, so it would cause a delay in Britney Spears' memoir.
Okay.
But now the company that signed Britney Spears to it is saying that it's too spicy to postpone, that the paper shortage is not going to affect her book whatsoever, and so it's not going to impact the release of her book.
Okay.
So we're moving forward. They're probably shelving other projects so they can make sure that they get this one out.
Yeah, no school books for kids.
Yeah.
Good. No more calculus books.
Yeah. The trees of the world are saying, no, it's okay. Go ahead and kill us.
Yeah. For Brittany, we'll do
We're
anything.
interested. We want to read it too.
Yeah, the trees want to read it right now. The telephone gladiators, ready to play gender wars.
It's time for men and women to answer questions for gender wars.
For the ladies in the audience, we have Sarah in Manchester. Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good luck to you. For the guys, we have John in Springfield. Hello, John.
Hey, good morning, all.
Hello, friend.
Welcome. All right, let's do a get acquainted question, kind of get you guys ready for the game. Let's start with you, Sarah. What was inside the last box sitting on your porch?
A bunch of dinosaur decorations for my daughter's birthday party this weekend.
Oh, I love that your daughter wanted dinosaurs.
How old is she?
27.
She'll be
27.
Did you say
Just
six,
kidding, 6.
Sarah? Okay.
That's sweet. That's awesome.
Oh, that's great. Is she in the car right now?
No, she's at school.
Okay, well, you
Okay.
tell her we said happy birthday, okay?
I will, yeah.
Great. John, what about you? What was inside the last box on your porch?
Well, it was a bunch of stuff. I ordered. They all came from the same time on Amazon. Wireless AirPods Pro.
Ooh.
And,
Nice.
Apple Pencil second gen, and 300 vinyl gloves and 100 nitro gloves.
You
What
went
are
on
you
a
doing with
shopping
the
spree.
gloves,
Yeah.
John?
That, Zach, I told you I didn't want to talk about that.
Okay. All right, we're not allowed to ask any
Yeah,
more questions
all right.
about it.
If people go missing in Springfield, we know who did it.
right.
John.
We don't know about the gloves.
He wears the earbuds so he doesn't hear the screams. No, okay. Let's get the game going. You each have a screw you can use in the contest if you don't know the answer.
Here we go. We start with a multiple choice for both of you. Sarah, boxing, soccer, or golf? What sport is nicknamed the sweet science?
Golf?
No, it's a boxing thing.
Yeah, kind of weird. All right, still 0-0.
Okay, John. Is Ivy Park a clothing company owned by Rihanna, Jennifer Lopez, or Beyonce?
Jennifer Lopez.
It's Beyonce.
Queen Bee.
Yeah, Ivy, Child. Yeah, there's like a tie in there. Still looking for our first answer on the board.
Sarah, in the Disney Plus series, what does She-Hulk do for a living?
He's a lawyer.
She is a
Yes.
Attorney at law.
lawyer. I love that movie. Show.
1-0. Now John has the chance to maybe tie it up.
Feta cheese comes from what country, John?
Greece.
Yes.
Okay.
You didn't
guess.
sound confident, but you are correct.
1-1 going into the last questions.
Sarah, Makita and DeWalt are brands of what?
Cool.
Tools.
Yes, they are tools.
Okay.
2-1. John, pressure's on you. You need this one to send it into overtime.
What Nashville TV station airs The Kelly Clarkson Show every afternoon?
CBS.
Yeah, I guess we'd have to give it to you. Yeah,
it's
it's
Channel 5,
it's
yeah,
Channel 5.
Yeah.
They are the CBS station. You got that one.
All right.
It's 2-2 going into overtime.
Yes. That means we play Name That Tune. Sarah, up to 10 seconds. How many seconds will it take you to name a song?
2.
2
2
She
seconds.
starts low.
John, what do you think?
What's the price today?
Nashville SC tickets.
Let's let her have it.
Okay, 2 seconds.
John doesn't seem to care very much about the tickets.
Made some kind of calculation there about his
All
want. Okay, 2 seconds of this song. It is up to you, Sarah, to name the song.
It's Cake by the
Cake
Ocean.
by the Ocean. By,
There you go. Good job, Sarah.
Wait, John.
John
Sarah
answered the
was
question
correct,
anyway.
but
yeah.
John also answered, so
you-
Sarah does get it.
Yeah, you both
Yes.
agreed.
So, John, you did know that was her job to say it, right? You were just helping her?
You were just excited.
I just wanted. Yeah, I
Thank you
got
so-
excited. I wanted.
I
to get
just
a little-
wanted to blurt out that answer. I don't care what happened. All right.
Well, good. Sarah won.
Let's talk about dating for a second. All right. When the bill arrives, your first date, what do you do?
Okay. there's some people out there saying that a guy who offers to pay for just half of the first date, that's a red flag.
Yo, that's so awkward to me. Like, even if I'm, like, not even on a date, like, even if I go to dinner with, like, a friend, I'm, like, immediately, it makes me feel so awkward to be like, split the check in half. I'll take mine, they take theirs.
Why?
I don't know why. It makes me so uncomfortable. So, on a date, though, I would feel like, in my mind, to me, it depends on who sets up the date.
I would think that's how the etiquette should go.
Like
whoever asks the person out should pay.
Yeah, that's how I think it. Like, if I invited you, Woody, to go to dinner, I would expect to pay for both of us.
Okay, when are we going?
Tomorrow.
Awesome.
What if you guys met on an app and just agreed to, like, get together on a... Because that way it's not really one or the other. You both were in the same space and agreed to get together for a first date. Should it be...
Well, I mean, to agree to get together, somebody's got to ask first.
Right.
Yeah.
Whoever brought up the subject first. I don't know. There's a hot take a guy has.
Oh, God.
That says if the guy wants to split the check on the first date, that means he doesn't want to see you again.
I could see that.
It's over?
That's the simple test.
I would definitely take that as like a negative. If we on a dating app said, yes, let's go to dinner, and as soon as the check comes, they were like, all right, let's split it in half. I would be like, okay, so you didn't enjoy your time with me. You don't want to go on another date. Like, good seeing ya. See you never.
Right.
Delete my phone number.
This is 1 foot out the door of that relationship before it's even started going.
Yeah.
So let us know, is this true? Yvonne is in Murfreesboro. Hey, Yvonne.
I don't necessarily expect my date to automatically pay for me.
Mm-hmm.
I go prepared just in case, because bad experiences, just you don't ever want to be stuck with it. It is a super green flag when I pull out my wallet and he says, no, I got you.
So it's not necessarily a red flag if he doesn't, but it is a full-force green flag if he does.
It's a green flag if he says, no, don't worry about it, I'll get this.
Yes, because it's not expected.
Okay.
All right. What if he doesn't give his signal and he lets you pay for it or lets you pay for half of it? What do you think he thinks of the date?
I just kind of feel like this was more of an acquaintance kind of thing. Like we're getting to know each other. I wouldn't consider it a first date.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And then this is just like, because when I go out with my friends, it's automatically, hey, I'm on this check. We're all separate. This is more of a, hey, this is a get-together coffee with friends.
Okay. So you don't even call it a first date. So, interesting.
It's the day before the first date.
Friend zone.
Right?
All right. Thanks, Yvonne. We appreciate it. Missy is in Bellevue. Hey, Missy.
Hey, how are you?
Okay. A guy demands to split the check. What does that mean?
I mean, that just tells me if he wants to go Dutch on the date, he wants to go Dutch in the bedroom, too.
Oh.
So
he can just go home and take care of himself.
He can go home and take care of himself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, I got this. Don't worry.
I'll take care of me. You take care of you.
Whoa.
That's right. We split the check and we have a solo date. It's fun. Cody's in Nashville. Hey, Cody.
I don't let it get that far to where we get the check and they could even have the second to say split, because if I'm wanting to see and test the waters of what they're going to do in a sticky situation, I always give my credit or debit card to the server and go ahead and have it taken care of so that, heck, they may think that we're fixing to just run out on the check.
Okay.
So if you are on a date, though, and you're not feeling it, do you still pay for them?
Yeah, I have, but I've also made it to where I can't find my wallet, even though there's a big bulge in, like, my butt pocket. That's my wallet. And, like, I think I forgot it just to see what they can, like, what they're going to do.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of like a quick test.
So you're testing them.
Yeah, you're doing like a little social experiment.
I use it as a test, because the better way to test somebody quick is when you can't even decide who's going to pay for what when it comes to eating. What else are they not going to pay for? Or what else are you not going to do later on in life?
Okay.
Down further.
So you would be disappointed if they didn't offer to at least pay for part of it, and you couldn't find your wallet.
You know how many times I have been disappointed in Nashville, guys?
Aw, Cody.
But, by paying for it, you also gained information of, I don't want to see you again.
Thanks, man. We appreciate
Thanks,
it.
awesome. Heather's in Lafayette. Hey, Heather.
Hey, how's it going?
Okay, now Zach says you have something to say about this.
Yeah.
Well, was that that's funny? So I have two schools of thought here.
Okay.
One, okay, so I moved here from Colorado, and in Colorado it's different because like everybody's the weekend. I know, I'm so sorry. And so like what happens is the way to like actually approach this situation is different because you say, hey, do you want to come over and hang out? Which means you know what, smoking something. And then if they order DoorDash, they do not want to hang out. If they say
They want to get the food and dash.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like they just want to. But if they want to take you out to dinner and like go do stuff, that's different.
Oh, so they have a more
But then-
clear
All
description of what means like going out and what means not going out, is what you're saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
So-
So it kind of defines the situation. So like that, I guess the Tennessee equivalent would be like, do you want to go to a concert or do you want to go to a honky tonk? It's different.
So if you go to a concert, though, are you expected to pay for your own ticket, or will he pay for your ticket?
Well, this is where the second school of thought comes in, I think, because the second school of thought is, I haven't met a man yet who can pay for his own ticket.
Okay,
Oh,
that's what we needed to get to here.
Okay, there it is.
Okay.
All right.
So
Okay.
are you just bad at picking out guys? Are you just like looking? I mean, like, are you looking for people in the unemployment line? What's where are you finding these guys?
No freaking comment.
Okay. All right. and thanks for saying freaking that time.
Yeah.
For those of you that might have missed a little part of that conversation, it's because she swore like a sailor.
Yeah.
Trending. Here's what's trending this morning with Woody and Jim on 107.5 The River.
Brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. The Beyond Meat Company, the people that make the plant-based meat, they have a COO. His name is Doug Ramsey, and apparently he likes to eat meat if it's connected to somebody's face.
What do you mean somebody's face?
He got in a fight at a football game over the weekend, tried to bite a guy's nose off.
Oh, okay,
Apparently-
Mike Tyson.
Bit into his nose and ripped off part of the nose flesh.
Yeah.
That's pretty intense.
That's an interesting way to end a fight.
I guess they were leaving a football game, and I guess somebody cut somebody else out. And they jumped out of their cars and started fighting, and then the nose biting. So there you go.
Yeah.
Keep it
Well,
busy.
Maybe he's denied himself meat for so long, just couldn't take it anymore.
I need delicious nose meat.
Yum.
Zach, what you got?
Okay, so Barstool Sports just released the top 10 online shopping websites in 2022.
Okay.
Most of them make sense. Like the top 10 that are on there is like Kohl's, Etsy, Home Depot, eBay, OnlyFans, Amazon. Like all of those make sense.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
There's one random one on there that's trending on Twitter that everybody's like, why? Coming in at number 6 is LongJohnSilvers.com is one of the top online shopping websites so far for 2022 is Long John Silver's.
What are they buying?
I guess people just really love their seafood.
Fake seafood,
On their
too, at
website?
that.
Yeah, like pre-ordering it.
I love me some seafood. Let's go to the website of Long John Silver.
Yeah.
Who said? Nobody says that.
Maybe people.
Apparently, a lot of people say it, Jim.
I'm doubting this data.
Maybe they're using
It's
the
wild.
app because they're ashamed to show up in person.
That would check out.
They don't want to be seen in Long John Silver. I'm fine at the adult toy
that's
store,
right.
but I don't want to be seen in Long John
That's
Silver.
right.
Yeah. So if you see Long John Silver's trending on Twitter today, that is why.
Okay.
'Cause people love it.
Love
Ricky,
it so
what
much.
you got?
So there is one Stranger Things actor who wants their character to die off this season.
Oh, God.
And that is Maya Hawke. She wants Robin to die off this season.
Oh, really?
She said, I would love to die and get my hero's moment. I'd love to die with honor, as any actor would.
Huh.
I think the whole Eddie Munson thing kind of leads into this, where
Sure.
everybody loved Eddie so much and they
Yeah.
didn't want anything bad to happen to him. So I guess Maya feels the same way now about Robin and wants her to kind of have her hero's moment.
I mean, if you're going to go out with a bang, you might as well.
That's the way to go.
Yeah.
Well, they say this is going to be the last season, so they're pretty much everybody's going to be done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
the next one they're doing. Woody and Jim in the morning, 107.5 The River, one of our absolute favorites. Chris Stapleton's going to be the headliner for this weekend's Pilgrimage Fest.
Yeah.
We've got a couple of tickets for you right now, 615-737-9107.
Brandy Carlisle, too. Oh,
Yeah.
man, she's so good.
It'll be a good show. And yesterday, of course, the Queen's funeral. Everybody was watching.
It was one of the most televised, I guess, seen events in a long time.
I guess like literally billions of people watched it.
Yeah, worldwide. People
Wild.
tuned in.
Wild.
4
Right.
billion people?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It was amazing.
The president was late to the funeral. Did you see that? I guess all the world leaders were there. People that like came from all over Japan and like the rulers of every nation. But they all came in by these like special buses that they had arranged for the funeral. But the president got a special pass on that, and he rode in on the presidential limousine, which is called the Beast.
Right.
Because it's like high security to protect the president.
Yeah, bombs could go off underneath it and no one would be hurt.
Right. And it got stuck in traffic. I guess it sat in front of a coffee shop for a while because traffic wasn't moving.
Yeah.
And they got there late, and then they had to make the president and first lady stand while other people had to like process through, kind of like showing up late at like a play.
Right.
You're just gonna have to.
You gotta stand in
here
the
for a
back.
while.
Eek.
We'll seat you when it's appropriate.
Yeah, that's like when you show up late for church and they make you sit in the front. This is what you
teach
get
ya.
for being late.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to be looking at you.
You're getting a double dose of God today.
So were the buses not secured the same way?
Apparently not to the
Standards that he wanted?
that the
Interesting.
United States wanted, and
Right.
I get it. It's a high. It was a thing where security was a major concern.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, watching the Titans game and the Queen's funeral, the funeral is actually a lot more uplifting than the Titans game.
Yeah.
There was actually more of a chance for the Queen to come back to life
Yes, right.
than the Titans offense coming back to life.
But we'll forget that ever happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that kind of a hero? You took a nap on the floor at 30,000 feet.
I did. I slept on the floor of the plane yesterday.
You had a flight late last night.
Yeah.
And they let you sleep on the floor. I didn't think that was a thing they allowed
They
people to
definitely
do.
just didn't come around for a while.
Yeah. So I was
Well, it's a late night flight, so yeah, they were probably napping too,
I had my own row, but I was in the emergency exit row. So for some reason, in those rows, the chair, like the armrests don't go up in between the seats. So I was like, I'm so tired. I'm just going to use my backpack as my pillow and sleep on the floor. So I made it a good 2 hours before anybody said anything.
They noticed,
Then he
or
came around and was like, "Sir, excuse me, you can't sleep on the floor." I was like, "I literally just was." I'm confused why it's a problem now, but okay.
So you're just saying
beg
I
to differ.
shouldn't do this.
Yeah.
Because
So
I
then
just
you're
did.
you're on Spirit Airlines, right?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's just a designated seat.
The floor?
The floor.
You got to pay extra for
You got
the
to
seat.
pay extra if you want a seat and a seatbelt.
Yes, exactly.
The floor is
Quentin
up for grabs.
Tarantino loves it because his people just put their feet on him.
Thanks for listening to and recommending the Woody and Jim Show podcast. Listen to Woody and Jim in real time every weekday morning on 107.5 The River, Nashville, or live on the iHeartRadio app.